She accidentally replaced canceled with brand safe, and fans immediately thought Tana Mongeau was trying to erase her entire past before the first episode even dropped. And honestly, the reason people spiraled so hard is because this is literally the exact thing Brooke warned about months ago. One random Spotify switch turned into a full-blown identity crisis for the Tana Mongeau cinematic universe. Because suddenly, everyone realized this rebrand might be way deeper than just a new podcast title. Fans noticed it almost instantly. The canceled podcast feed on Spotify had suddenly transformed into brand safe. Same feed, same subscribers. Brooke's name still attached. Old branding disappearing. And the internet reacted exactly how you'd expect the internet to react when you take one of the messiest influencer brands online and suddenly try to scrub it clean overnight. Reddit threads started exploding. TikToks were popping up in real time. And people genuinely thought Tana had gone through with the one thing fans begged her not to do, replacing canceled entirely. And the reason this hit such a nerve is because this was not some random fan theory out of nowhere. Tana and Brooke literally had an awkward conversation about this exact scenario before the podcast ended, and at the time, everybody laughed it off like it was just chaotic banter. But now, that clip suddenly feels very different. Because if you go back and watch that conversation now, the energy is honestly kind of uncomfortable. Brooke was clearly nervous about what would happen to the channel, the revenue, the old episodes, all of it. Meanwhile, Tana's over there half joking about deleting everything because she wants the era to die. And yes, they were laughing, but it was the kind of laughing where you can tell there's actual tension underneath it. They sounded less like co-hosts ending a podcast and more like divorced business partners trying to split assets without starting a war. Brooke's talking about still needing AdSense checks. Tana's talking about reclaiming her old vlog channel identity. And the entire conversation had this weird undertone of, wait, who actually owns canceled? But if you thought the awkwardness ended there, the real issue is what this says about Tana's entire rebrand in the first place. Because this is not just about a podcast. Tana Mongeau is trying to perform one of the hardest things an internet celebrity can do, publicly evolve without losing the audience that made her famous in the first place. And honestly, that's where this gets fascinating. For years, Tana's entire brand was chaos. Oversharing, partying, toxic stories, public scandals, saying the wildest thing possible at all times. That unpredictability is literally why people watched her. But now, suddenly she's sober, settled down, talking about healing, intentional conversations, therapists, meaningful guests, growth, clarity, substance. Which, to be clear, is probably healthier for her as a human being. But as an influencer brand, that transition is incredibly risky.
And then it's like, what do I do with this channel? Because it was my vlog channel before. Do I leave canceled up or do we delete all of canceled?
What? Why would you delete all of canceled?
I don't know.
I'm counting on at least like $1,000 here and there from AdSense.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my God. That's
Why
just
would
so
we
messy.
erase it? Or do you hate me that much?
No, I don't hate you. I'm just saying like the era. Like, I don't know.
You want to delete it all?
I've also said a lot of things on canceled that I would love to just die.
What the hell?
Well, I guess I'm just.
Well, it will live forever on somebody's account and they will collect. So
guess
we should collect.
Oh my God.
Oh my
So
God!
stressful.
Everybody download these episodes. God, I'm scared of her now.
No, I just like there's so many things to figure out. I feel like the McBrooms.
Oh, like we're like dividing our assets or something?
Just like, it's like it's all so confusing.
Well, God, like he cheated with 40 women. Like we just decided like
It's so true.
this isn't gonna work.
I know, but then what? So every month I have to see what amount of AdSense for my channel. Well, this is like an off-camera conversation.
Oh, so now you're using this channel as your vlogs again?
Well, like what if I wanted to?
You can't. We built this from the ground
I
up.
was Emma Chamberlaining it up on this channel. I got it to 2 mil. It's so interesting to like.
No, because I'm collecting. I'm invoicing you
Oh my God, I just don't even know.
from these episodes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We're gonna have to work through that one. Imagine we're just in a court battle.
I'm coming for my $30.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
Because audiences say they want creators to grow. They say they want maturity. But the second a creator stops being messy and entertaining, people start panicking that they're becoming boring. And Tana knows that. That's why this entire brand-safe rollout is so interesting psychologically. She keeps emphasizing that she's still Tana, just recalibrated. She wants people to believe she evolved without completely abandoning the chaos that built her career. But even the title itself proves the contradiction. The name Brand Safe literally came from fans joking that she'd become advertiser-friendly after Tarte trips and corporate collabs. It started as irony, a meme, and now it's become her actual identity, which honestly feels like the most influencer thing imaginable, turning your own allegations into merch before anyone else can weaponize them against you.
Guys, there's tea. Okay, so someone on Reddit noticed that the canceled podcast on Spotify, I guess, I don't have Spotify, was changed to her brand safe podcast. Deleted everything. Let me double check Apple Podcast because that's what I use. I'm so shook she did. Like, look, you still have Brooke as a host. Check back for her brand safe. There's even some like ratings over here from 2 months ago.
People said this is crazy because when Tana mentioned doing this on the pod, Brooke got upset with her and so did the fans. So for her to actually go through with this is wild. Deleting all of the canceled videos would truly kill me because there's some that I still haven't watched because it got weird after they went on tour. They hated each other. Please keep it up, Tana.
And that's why fans are so suspicious, not because they hate growth, but because internet audiences have seen this exact rebrand arc happen a million times before. Messy influencer becomes mainstream. Mainstream influencer starts landing bigger deals. Bigger deals require less controversy. Suddenly, the creator who built their empire off chaos starts speaking in PR-approved language about intentionality and healing and protecting peace. And viewers immediately start wondering, wait, are we watching personal growth or a corporate image cleanup? That's the tension hanging over this entire podcast launch, especially because the timing of that Spotify accident was almost too perfect. Some people genuinely think it was just a technical mistake. Others think it was engagement bait. And honestly, the fact people can't tell the difference anymore says everything about influencer culture in 2026.
So I've been so secretive about like working on this, and now I'm finally talking about it. It's called Brand Safe, and which is a big switch up for me. And obviously there's some irony there, but at the same time, I think that the name came from my fans, honestly, just commenting like, we are so brand safe, like at the beginning of Tarte and like all these things, and almost manifesting it for me. It attests to me, the name attests to the fact that you can wake up at any point and choose different for yourself. It's never too late. If you want a different life, for a long time, I wanted to be canceled. And now in this time of my life, I want to be brand safe. I keep using the analogy of, I want people to feel like they're in my phone. Okay. Like I want it to be like you're in the group chat with my friends. You're texting Holly about Vegas. You know what I mean? You're texting Chelsea Handler about advice when it comes to doing a show, or like even people who interest me though, like my makeup artist and my chiropractor, and a lot of solo too. Like you're in my notes app. Okay. Heavily. Like I'm like, come with me to Vegas, come with me to Hawaii. Let's sit on the beach and talk. Let's sit in the wind and talk. Or if I'm just feeling something, like I just did an episode where I was talking about like all the things I learned across dating because I was super inspired to do that. And this is where the brand safe is not as ironic, is bring a lot more substance to, for so long, my self-worth was so low. I didn't look at myself as a role model or someone like deserving of sharing my pain and my lore and my stories as advice, as lessons, because it was like, who am I to be fucking teaching the people a lesson? But I kind of woke up one day and I was like, my following is all girls maybe in their 20s, maybe in their 30s, maybe whatever. And I have been through 9 lives.
But the wild card in all of this might actually be Brooke. Because while Tana is moving toward polished, reflective, intentional content, Brooke's upcoming podcast could accidentally become the place fans go when they miss the old energy. And that changes the entire dynamic. Because now there's this unspoken split happening where Tana is positioning herself as evolved and self-aware, while Brooke still represents the more chaotic, unfiltered side of the canceled era people originally fell in love with. And if Brooke's podcast ends up feeling more raw, or more reckless, or more conversational, fans are absolutely going to compare them against each other nonstop. Which could get awkward very fast, considering people already felt protective over Brooke during the whole "whose channel is this" conversation. And honestly, the most ironic part of this entire situation is that the accidental Spotify switch perfectly symbolizes Tana's biggest problem moving forward. She wants a new era, a healthier era, a more respected era. She wants longevity, stability, legitimacy. But the internet never fully lets creators separate from the version of themselves that made them famous. Especially not creators whose careers were built on documenting every messy decision in real time. You can rename the podcast, you can soften the image, you can recalibrate the branding, but people still remember exactly why they subscribed in the first place. And that's why this launch feels way bigger than just another influencer podcast. Because whether she meant to or not, Tana accidentally revealed the hardest part of becoming brand safe online. Convincing the audience you're still authentic after building an empire off being the exact opposite.